Welcome to this fine ass Wednesday. This beautiful Wednesday. Clown is actually having some internet issues, so when he gets here, he gets here. Hopefully he can get that fixed. We all understand how that works. But like we say, you know, the show must go on. It has to go on. So if I see so Bob, if you see Clown in the chat, let me know, and then I'll throw him the link so you can jump on.
Yeah.
And just letting you guys know some changes this week. Tomorrow, our usual show on Friday is the normal full length kind of a show that we do. Is actually being moved tomorrow, and the reason is I actually got two guests coming on through the Veil, Paranormal again, but she's also having Paranormal Underworld on, and they're going to be. I think they're going to be leaving Virginia on Friday to actually do like a ghost hunt or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
All that. So we're going to get the the vibe from them, what's going on in their hunt and all that. And they do a show together every single week and all that. So it'd be kind of cool to have them both on, because there's a lot of things we want to discuss. There is a lot of things,
Paranormal.
I want to talk to them about, kind of weird way. About I was hoping Clown comes on because I wanted to ask him when he comes on, but like I said, he's working out some issues. So let me do this real quick. I'm gonna pull up something here real quick and give some more time for people to come on. Let me see here. Where is it? Where's my good friend? I'm gonna share. Let me share a screen. Let me go back over here and share a screen. We're going to do something a little bit different. Real quick.
It's good.
Real quick. Hold on. But
nice.
Let me find my little grandpa's theme. So this is what we're going to do, people. We got some people here. The first one's here. We got, let's see here. Let me see here. We got HI5G's here. Tom Murr. And I got to tell you, Bob, when you were on another channel the other day, Tom Murr jumped on. I was there. I was watching, but I was on the road taking my daughter to her appointment. So I couldn't jump on or say hi. I was actually busy, but Tom Murr jumped on, and what an intelligent, and don't get me wrong. When you see people in the chat, you really don't know people from the chat. You know what I mean? I mean, you see them, but then when you see them in person, like on another channel or so, what an intelligent man he is. Very well spoken. And I was just so impressed when you two guys were having conversations. Like I said, you don't get to see everybody from the chat.
No.
They really are. But that was kind of cool when you two were talking, and I was really impressed. So Bolt Gun is here. Hope everyone's having a good afternoon. Yes, actually, it's not afternoon yet for me. It's 11 a.m. It's almost afternoon.
Nice.
Here, guys. This is Grandpa's World. So let me read some of these that we haven't watched. There's a lot we haven't watched, and I'll have you guys pick. Bob, I'll have you guys pick. Here's one called Chaz and his boat was both abducted. Here's another one. One day, John just disappeared after. That sounds all right. Here, I'll pick it. This is called One Day, John Just Disappeared After Having Been Abducted.
What the fuck?
So let's check out this one. So let me get it bigger, and we'll talk about this. Here we go. Let me get the volume up. Here we go.
Hey, welcome to Grandpa's World. I'm Grandpa. Today we're going to talk about John. In 2012, John was a nice, clean-cut man who took pride in his appearance. He wore clean, stylish clothes. He kept his mustache nice. He was educated and well-spoken. One night, John was watching Netflix when he heard a noise outside of the house. When he got up, he walked to his front door and was surprised to find a man standing in his house. This man was very tall, With his soft features to his face, he asked the man why he was in his house and how did he get in. This man, who was very tall, told John that he came from the planet Auko, A-U-K-O. This man spoke French and told John that he went where he wanted, and he put John into this huge spaceship once. On the spaceship, the aliens took a blood sample from John, and John was back inside his house with very little memory as to what happened to him in the spaceship. For a while, things were normal, but then every time John would look into the mirror, his reflection would vanish, and he would hear the aliens' voices. Over time, people started to notice that John seemed to be drunk. He slurred his words and couldn't seem to act or walk quite right. One night, he walked into a hospital. Of course, the receptionist asked him if he was okay. He unbuttoned his shirt and showed her that he now had many, many warts growing all over his body. No one knew what would cause this to happen to him. They even called the police and made out a report about it because it was so strange. So now people were trying to figure out what happened to John. Then right in the middle of everything, and everyone trying to figure out what happened to him, John just disappeared. They couldn't find him as if he had just vanished into thin air. John's son would not help the police or the hospital. He would not let anyone into the home to investigate. As far as we know, John has never been seen since then. Did aliens take him to their home planet or stick him somewhere else? We don't know. That's all from Grandpa's World today. Have a good day.
What?
Now, what I like, what? Oh, that's where I was hearing the extra echo. I was like, where is this extra echo coming from? I thought I was hearing him twice, but I got that fixed. You know, it is interesting because the part when he said that they wouldn't let anybody investigate.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's usually is where there's kind of a cover up. And talk about like cover up. Last night I was watching TV. You know, sometimes some movies come on and you just for whatever reason you stay to watch it. Contact came on.
Oh yeah, that's amazing. That's kind of interesting now. Yeah,
it is. So I watched it all, and like the part he's saying they want to investigate. If anybody watch Contact, I'm not gonna go through what the movie's about, but there's a part at the end where she has to go in front of Congress, and she remembers like almost 18 hours of conversations going through wormholes and stuff. And then like drilled her, like trying to make her feel like she made it all up. You know, it's in your mind. You hit your head. You thought what you saw, you didn't saw. And then at the end, they show behind the scenes where that Congress guy and that woman, Secretary of State, whoever she was, saying, well, it is kind of weird that, we did have snow on her camera and it looked like she was only gone for seconds, but that snow recordings went on for 18 hours.
Yeah.
So it shows that even though sometimes they know the truth, they can't let the truth out, and they're willing to make you look like you're the crazy one, while they know that there was something happened.
Yeah, I always loved that movie because if you're thinking about it, it's kind of the same concept now where they're not going into space, where they're going through space, and the whole thing was done like. In fact, I was going to write it down. There, Eric. There's was a video out. I think it was on Netflix for a while, and I always thought about that years ago with the crop circles, and they had a lot of crop circles with intricate, strange designs. Well, it's sacred geometry. I'm like, beyond sacred geometry, there's math. Yeah, there's a lot of math involved with what you're seeing, but also in this video. They took the sacred geometry and they put all these crop circles together. And what it looked like is it formed some sort of machinery. Mm-hmm. Like something interdimensional can't tell you, but it was using the crop circles and actually putting symbols down. And they weren't symbols. They were mechanical pieces, a lot of math and mechanical pieces. And when they were trying to put it together, like 3D build it with the machine and try to build these pieces. And it's the same concept as when they were sending the signal over, like the wow signal. They're sending the signal over. And when the signal came over within the movie, everything it was saying was actually dimensional, like mathematically dimensional, actually showing you how to build. Remember, build the machine, build the transporter. It was built. It's the same concept with the weird ass crop circles. And in England, these people are, like, you got a couple of, guys went out there and said, yeah, we've done them. It's a fraud. We go out there and you show them how they do it, where they step on the planks and they're laying them down. But come on, man. Some of those corners are so perfect. And I'm like, no, man, I can't debunk some of the way it's pressed down.
Well, if you break down, kind of decode some of the, what the movie was saying, that they brilliant did was, like you said, you heard the audio. And they were speaking in something where the typical person from the government, like, well, why aren't they speaking a language? Well, here on Earth, they said in the movie, we have thousands of different languages. We don't even speak all one language.
No.
But mathematics is the one language that is used everywhere. So you use math to do your language, which makes perfectly sense. And like you said, and they had diagrams. When they found out there was diagrams, and you couldn't tell what the diagram is, like you said, looking straight at it. But then when you bend it, then like I said, like a mathematic shape, then you saw a message within the message, and then it comes out to like what the plans are to build. Because like you said, even alien life forms, whatever there is out there, it doesn't mean they have the best technology to be able to fly to any planet and anywhere, because if you think about the whole universe, how wide it is, you can't do it. So by sending messages on how to build a machine, and it makes a lot of sense. Like, well, why did the movie they make her look like she saw her father? Well, to make her feel more comfortable, kind of make her feel not so scared, not what they look like, or maybe what they look like you're not able to handle.
Yeah. They do it in such a way. And besides, when she fell in, she actually was going through dimensions, and time is different. So time is really, really, she was probably, there for a long time. And then as it finally hits the bottom, we're like, well, nothing happened. It failed. No, I didn't fail. Remember in the movie, she literally went somewhere.
Hours, but it was just seconds. It just dropped and it went through.
Yeah. And people talk about CERN. I'm not saying anything. I'm not advocating anything. But when they talk about that big ring over where it's at, and they talk about CERN, and they're saying, well, what if hypothetically these crop circles, you had somebody smart enough to decode them and do the math and figure it out, they had gotten the instructions for time travel or for dimensional whatever, or reality breaks or whatever you want through the crop circles. And that's where how CERN was built, because crop circles have been coming up since, we're able to look at them. They say even in the 1800s, they were coming up. But obviously, they didn't have technology back then. Well, we don't know now. But all the way up to certain times where the Industrial Revolution, and we're starting to move our way into the future a little bit, all of a sudden they're popping up left and right. They were like popping up more and more and more as more advanced we got. The next thing you know, you've got this thing being built. It's like, it's kind of like you said, like the movie Contact. Where they've gotten something from somewhere, maybe the crop circles, maybe a signal, and built that damn thing. Built the whole thing based off, because if you look at some of the crop circles, it looks like symbols from CERN. You look at it. You got to scratch your head and go, those are magnetics.
The one thing that a government would cover up, or local city, state, whatever. Oh, it's all a hoax. But it might really be a true meaning. You don't know. How many things covered up? It's just so much.
Yeah.
I'm not saying everything is covered up, because I'm sure there is some crop circles. I'm sure there's a percentage of crop circles that are false once people learn how to do them. But like you said, some of them are so complicated. How would you be able to how many people would you even need? You know, if you think about it, to make a I don't know what a medium simple. Let me pull up images of crop circles.
Yeah, yeah.
Look
You know,
at it.
some of them. Let's take a look at them because some of them look like they are machinery, but not flat. Like a one-dimensional flat surface. You're like, oh, that's just a crop circle. Well, what's to say that those damn things aren't like somebody had done on Netflix a whole video about trying to build a particular machine? See, you know what I'm talking about?
I mean, not like this crop circle here. Now, if you're going to make one, I could see somebody kind of making this one in a way because it's more solid breaks at the same time. But when you go into like stuff like this, I mean, you gotta time that almost perfectly, right? I mean, that's how many people. If you're gonna, like I said, I don't know if this is fake or real. I don't. But just think about it. Let's just say, for the hell of it, we're gonna create that one with all those little circles, right? We're gonna create it. How many people would you think we need? And because if you're gonna do a crop circle, you got to make it pretty fast before daylight comes, before everybody's up, right? You got to sneak this. So think about this. You probably got to do this at night. One thing, you got to do it at night, and you got to do it quick enough where people in the daytime don't see you. So how many people would you think you need to pull that one off?
Oh man,
Like,
I don't think that's done by man.
Like this one, I can see this one being done by man because it's a more solid flat, right? It's more solid flat.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like something like this, you would need somebody to, I don't know, look at this one. Like do math or something to do the curve so perfectly that there's not like a bend. I mean, like I said, I can't tell you if this is Photoshop or not. I mean, I'm just
some Photoshop. We gotta, but if the ones that are not, it's so hard to find them. You know, you could go to England. They have areas where they have them. They actually have the crop circle museums, but you can't get into nothing now because everything's closed down.
Right here,
fake, real.
One says real, one says fake. Okay, now I don't know. I don't even know if I don't even know if both of these are. But if one is fake, I can see why this one's fake because there's more solid flatness and less curves in a way to make it where the one on the left has way more curves.
Yeah, 99.9% of everything on the internet is fake. So,
Black Sheep researcher used to live in a crop circle central in the UK as a child, and I can tell you 90% fake, and the army used to do some too, so that leaves 10%.
That's about what I do. That's about I usually round about 90% fake, 10% scratch your head and say, how the hell did that happen? But some of them look like machine parts. Some of them could even say they look like quirks with the. I'm not saying it is. I'm just throwing a hypothetical. So like when they smash particles and it does a swirl, and you look at some of the. I always look at those and see. I'm trying to. It looks kind of like that. It just like what's this square looking one? When the square in the middle. What is that one?
Where? Oh, hold on. Let me go back to. Talk about the ones on the left, like this one.
Yeah, look at that guy. That looks almost that could be man-made, but it looks machine part-y. Like, you know, sometimes I don't know if they're machine parts. What are they supposed to represent? I mean, we're talking about geometry, just basic geometry. Are we doing math here? Because everything breaks down to what's prime, and then what do you have left? I don't know. So there's that one. Are we saying interdimensional? It looks like a television set, an old TV set. There was one of them like an alien's face. I don't know if it was debunked or not. They had an alien's face on one of them. They had I saw you have that one. They had a yin yang. That was looked like it was.
Like she said, used to know an old guy used to make them with the rope and cord and stick back in the day. Yeah. I'm not. I'm not here saying all crop circles are real, not at all. And whoever makes them, if every one of these are fake, I gotta tell you, they are some true artists. I mean, even like that one. I mean, that is a true artist to make this.
Yeah, I would really have to go back and actually go to the museum itself and find out which ones are internet hoaxes, which ones they actually had photographs of in the grass. Because not only do you have the fakes on the ground now, then you have the CGI or Photoshop, and God, man, you talk about muddy the waters. You can't tell anymore. I'm like, oh man, I don't know anymore.
We used to know the real ones. You get a weird feeling from them.
Seen that, yeah, and they actually have what looks like radiation because the stalks literally have a bend to them, not like they have been mechanically bent, where you have a bent point where you can just like somebody squishes it down. It literally was bent with heat and radiation. They even had radiation meters going off, and there's a little bit of radiation in this. It's unusual. Yeah, they showed like they actually x-rayed, like we used to talk about, they x-rayed the stocks, and they show they have been bent with heat and radiation.
Because what about some people say the real ones have radiation? Yeah,
that's what I was talking about. Yeah, with the radiation.
Maybe cows are doing it. They might be smarter. Tank, we think. Just throwing that out there. Yeah, these towels. You never know. You never know.
Everyone knows my take on cows. Yeah. The actual smartest creatures on the planet. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of fraud ones on there for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. The plant stems, correct. Yeah, they have a bend to them. They have a bend. They even have like little nodules around them. We're talking about it's exposed to type of radiation, which is unusual. It's like a unseen X-ray radiation printing machine. It could just send down a wave of something and just do it. Actually, physically seeing it done. It's really cool how they could just do that. It's just wow. How do you do that, aliens or interdimensionals?
I know. Weird. Yeah, and I want to apologize, people. I don't know. Clown was going to be able. His internet's going to be where he's at. There's some bad weather, and looks like his internet's choppy. He's not coming on and off. So I don't know.
Everywhere.
Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. We'll talk some hauntings. We'll talk some hauntings.
I got a lot. I got my own stuff. So I've done thank God, Eric, I've done my own hauntings. I sent you some stuff. So we got some, we could play clips of that. I got my own evidence, and I don't believe in it, and I got evidence, man. I went out as a skeptic, walked away scratching my head saying, what the hell happened? And it's weird. The one I did on Eric, I did that one on actually on the same night that Sean Connery died, 007, that his death date. Ironically, 007 on the 31st of October, 2020. Same night he died, which is 007. Anyway, I got a lot of cool, interesting blue moon. Remember the blue moon that night? So I had to go out. I had to go test it. Now, I was warned by someone, I'm not saying names, I was warned by someone who says, hey, man, these things are real. And I was like, I have to actually physically experience going to a graveyard and having the voice box and then having the whole situation done, checking the perimeter for anybody communicating and sending over signals to actually get whatever words you want. Make sure that the building that's next to the cemetery is locked up. There's locks on it, and there's nobody scheduled to be inside. The whole debunking debacle. It's hard to do. It's not my country.
Ozone makes you feel weird. Polygram makes you feel good. That's what. Oh. Okay.
Very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
I got
wacky evidence.
Yeah, they sprayed this stuff. Yeah, I heard casinos, shopping malls. Yeah, but hey, since there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of people that's very religious. I see in the chat. I know some of them, are religious. Let me ask people in the chat, the people of religion, demons, ghosts, or whatever. If if you believe in religion, you believe in God and Jesus. I'm not here to say you should or not, but let's just for example. So if you guys believe in God and Jesus, then do you have to believe in spirits, demons, and ghosts?
I kind of like the way the Matrix I always say Matrix Reloaded. Tanuj talked about it. That made a lot of sense to me. Because it's just really difficult because, okay, so you're picking up information from, you're talking to something that died, but it's not that intelligent. So I'm going to be honest with you people. Now, Eric, I sent you a lot of footage over there. We can talk about it. If Clown don't show up, we'll talk about what I got. I'm a skeptic. I don't sense intelligence. And the way Tanuj put it, it's like they're a lost program. They're a residual program that's just babbling amongst themselves. There's no intelligence to it. There's some intelligence. I know people are like, oh, well, they're smart and they can actually communicate. I personally, it's just me, didn't get that impression where I've got more of a residual want to talk like a damn AI running machine that just didn't die 100%. Now, people saying, what do I think? Well, because I did my video, I put it out. People are like, what do you think it is then? Like I said, Tanu's talking about a program left behind. It's a residual program, ghost program. It's just running itself. And I have to say that doing investigations and debunking, but at the same time doing information, that silica holds information just like your cell phone stores and your computers store information. The silica chips, and your brain does have the pineal gland, which is silica. Okay, it's a little fucking like a little damn chip. Same concept as your fucking cell phone. Person dies, they're dead, they're in the ground, the body goes to decomposing. But that mineral in your brain is still there. Okay, so it's not breaking. Well, it's breaking down over a much longer time than the rest of your the organic part of your body. But that little silica, Eric, that's like a little fucking chip, is still in your brain. Your pineal gland, your pineal, it's made of silica. She was talking about that.
Well, this is what some people wrote. I never looked at it as have to believe. To me, makes sense. If you have God, he wrote good, but he meant God. If you have God, there must be evil. Well, yeah. First of all, if you believe in God, you have to believe in the devil. That's just one goes with the other, right? Yes, I feel that. Oh, this is yes, I feel that. And then long reach one says disbodied souls. So yeah, it was interesting. Like I said, they even brought up the God stuff in a lot of ways in the movie Contact. McConaughey played where he wasn't a full priest. He was going to go for it, but he said he liked women too much in a way, so he couldn't become like one. But he still believes in faith. God's first. So that means if God is real, and don't I know somebody's like, he is real. Just guys, don't relax on me on that. So if God is real, that means life has to go somewhere. Your energy has to go somewhere. It has to go somewhere. And I think that's why paranormal is so interesting to me, is because I feel that some of the answers that we are looking for might be within the paranormal. Like you said, researching. Because what if you get lucky that one time? But what somehow you got lucky. You're somewhere, ghost graveyard. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't even matter. In the bathroom, it doesn't matter. And you're able, like I said, right now people hear voices or messages, like one words, kind of stuff like that. But what if at one time, that one day, you actually get to have a conversation somehow with something on the other side?
Yeah.
One time that might open your eyes. It's like, holy shit, maybe it's maybe it's telling you there is a heaven, or maybe it's like you're saying, maybe it is just a memory of a download or something, or what if it's kind of like the Contact, where it's somehow a wormhole into a future, a past, a different reality, and since they can't fly here or come here, they kind of talk to you in a low energy voice kind of way.
Yeah, that's
You know,
I kept trying to fathom all those. I sent you the video, so
yeah, I got it. I got it. We're gonna play. I was just seeing, maybe by lucky in the next 20 minutes, maybe maybe
Oh yeah. Do
here.
the what the fuck news and get that one we sent you over there. That's kind of a fun one about codes and stuff. And then we could talk about more. Again, I could talk a little bit about that. I said the pineal gland concept with the like a chip, It's a ghost program. It just repeats itself. And also there's intelligent. I got some intelligent stuff, and I could feel that the intelligent things I felt as evil, as bad. But the other ones, I felt like it was just a running chip program. Like these things were just, they just say their names. Like stupid, don't make any sense kind of stuff. But then the other ones were clear. Dude, it was clear. Like they were making some pretty fucking bold statements. And I had talked to somebody in England who told me the same thing, and they were telling him to fuck off and all kinds of bad things. I'm like, no shit. So I'm not 100% these things are that the ones that are smart are good. The people call them demons or jinn. I call them jinn. Goddamn jinn hanging around the graveyards, just probably honing in on those little silico fucking chips in your brain, your pineal gland. Even though your body's dead, you still got a little program in there, and they're probably hovering around, sucking up that fucking program. I don't know. Ideas.
That's the thing. We don't know, and we kind of want to know. I thought Paranormal might be able to answer some of the questions for the Mandela effect side.
Yeah,
that's why I like calling it Paranormal Effect, because you never know if there's some energy. I'm not saying planting a word, but planting a certain saying. And now your whole saying of what you thought it was is all fucked up because something else told you it's this. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just stretching. Here we go. They use the pineal gland to enter and exit.
Thank you for that's never talk. Tomicon and I did not talk about this, but he's got the same gut feeling on that one. I got the same feeling with the pineal gland, because I just think they're just using it, even though the body's there, it's dead. The actual soul has moved on. What do you want to call it? Heaven? You want to call it just jumping into the timeline and you're still alive? Whatever it is, what's left behind is still, that little program is still locked in there. A little bit of you, residual you, just a ghost you, a memory of you is still in that damn piece of silica, just like it's in your cell phone. So when you're in a grave, I hate saying like that, but if you're in a grave, you never see hauntings around where people are cremated, only when they're buried. I've found out, just me, maybe people argue that one, but I've only found any evidence of anything is only when people were buried, which is telling me that damn little chip that's in your brain hole is still there and still got some memories in it. Just an idea. And those jinn use that.
I mean, that's a good question to bring up tomorrow with Bell and the Paranormal Underworld, because like I said, tomorrow, through the Bell Paranormal and Paranormal Underworld's coming on. Yeah, guys, and Clowns is having internet issues. Where he's at, there's a weather storm, and looks like they knocked out his internet, and he doesn't know if he can get back in time. So he, it happens. We had a bunch of rainstorms here just the last day.
We had them here too.
We had a big wind that came in like 55 miles per hour. Might not be a lot for some areas. So luckily, I cut down my tree, so I know what he's talking about. So.
There's been some serious rain fucking squalls here in England, man.
What the fuck? Like I said, it's all interesting conversation, ghosts, demons, and then after this, I actually do have a web page where it's called Types of Hauntings, different hauntings, and there's one about demonic activity and all that. So we'll go through some of the different types of hauntings there are too, because they're different ones. Because that's a good question, but I never thought about that. You hear ghost stories about graveyards, but what about the cremation ones?
Yeah, I was in Japan. They're almost 99% cremated, and ghost hunters don't really have any job. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, in the state of Washington, 70% of people are cremated here in Washington.
Okay,
So
but the
most
ones
people
that are not,
actually cremated.
I always get whatever's around where they're actually in the ground, where there's decomposing whatever is remains of a human being in the ground. But around the cremation area, I got nothing. I get nothing. But as soon as I get into, I'll go to like one section of the. Oh, I showed you the clip. One section I go into where the cremation area is, and I got nothing. It's like it stopped reading. But as soon as I go back to where people are not cremated, the damn thing was going off the charts. I'm like, that's weird. I can see the difference. I can't too. I'm debunking it. So I'm like, okay, so over here, nothing. Over here, where they're not cremated and they're actually in the ground, something. Over here, nothing. Clear as fucking day, man. Like walking into a different area. Cremation areas, nothing. So yeah, go ahead.
So no, I'm just showing. So people tomorrow, they confirm, unless their internet goes out. Like I said, tomorrow, Gypsy Road through the veil collide creates paranormal activity. I know I titled it "When Two Worlds Collide" because when I try to type in all our names of the people coming on, it was too many words. YouTube wouldn't let me do it. So I had to shrink the words. But yeah, we'll get to them and see if they have done some investigations with
Cremations.
cremation. That'll be interesting. And then, guys, for Wednesday, since we're doing the Friday on Thursday, if Bob's available on Friday, if we come on Friday, we're going to do the documentary of Howard the Duck. We'll do our own documentary. We're going to break down George Lucas. Howard the Duck, the very first Marvel movie.
I still gotta find it again and watch it.
Oh, I gotta take the call, but I'm gonna play this video for you.
Okay.
Here we go. Give me a second. Hello, it's Eric.
You got a phone call?
Hello. Welcome to What the Fuck News. Today is Armistice Day, or what we call in the United States Veterans Day. And today is the day we celebrate, veterans that was served in whatever campaign they were in. It doesn't matter what it was and what your job was. You served gallantly and whatever you did, gloriously, as they say over here. Now, I want to talk about Alan Turing, which is really interesting because there's a lot of information about Alan Turing that is unusual to me. I was familiar with what he did because he was famous for cracking the Enigma. He actually cracked the Enigma. The Enigma was the Germans' way of communicating with each other without being deciphered. And a lot of people died because of this Turing, not Turing, but from the Enigma machine. Now, Alan Turing went ahead and built a computer, and this computer cracked the code. Alan Turing is famous. Now, Alan Turing died. He committed suicide, allegedly committed suicide, which is because they found out he was a homosexual. My dead gay brother, which also served the United States Army in Germany and also worked on computers with nuclear weapons, he himself committed suicide. So it's kind of a weird, touchy subject for me. So I bring this up as respect for those of you homosexuals that gave in or whatever and helped out in the war. Alan Turing was gay. So anyway, regardless of that, they found him dead. Now, in my time, we found out he died. He committed suicide. There was not much to it for information other than they found out he was gay and they were going to castrate the poor guy, and then he only saved lives and all that fun stuff. But that's not the good part. The weird part is the fact that they found him dead. He was laying there with a half-eaten apple, and the reason why they found him laying with a half-eaten apple is because there was cyanide in it, they said, and he was a big fan of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Here we go again. So Alan Turing reenacted a favorite scene that he remembered, according to the
literature now, a scene from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. He actually was born on June 23rd, 1912. And 1912 is 13, and 23 is actually, if you go 666, 666, and it ends in a 7 now, which is kind of weird. Also, he died on June 7th, 1954. Now, 1954, June 7th, at the end of the 7th, 1954 comes out to 19. Now, 19 is AI. And the weird part is that he was working on the first AI machine, the artificial intelligence machine. Now, I don't remember anybody ever working on the artificial intelligence machine. In fact, I don't remember anybody working on any kind of computer other than Alan Turing to do his part to crack the enigma. Now, thanks to his computer, we also had it in the B-29, which we had computerized turrets that fired things up. Now, it gets even weirder. There's more. He was with a group of people. They were called the Ratio Club, and the Ratio Club was from 1949, 13, up to 1958, 13. And the Ratio Club was a way to crack the artificial intelligence code. So he had invented that he was with them, and they worked out, they worked with animals, and they worked with cybernetics and the ways to get an AI intelligence. And so when he actually, Alan Turing himself had this method, it's called the, oh God, what was it called? It was called, oh yeah, the something machine. Anyway, it was the remembering machine or some sort. Who fucking knows? Everything's weird here, upside down. I don't know. But the idea was to have 3 people in a room, and you have one person and a computer, and the other person receives messages from the other 2 people, the 3 people, and one of those messages should come from a computer, but the third person should not be able to tell which one sent him the message. They should both sound human. And now that I remember, it's called the imitation machine. The imitation machine seems to be a really weird theme here. And let me go back to the thing that he died of a half-eaten apple. Half-eaten apple also goes to the Apple computer company, which ironically has a half-eaten apple, which is really weird because it goes back to Steve Jobs and all that fun stuff. So I'm really throwing some spin around a lot of you guys for information. So happy Veterans Day, and happy whatever day you want to call this day. Let's be thankful for those who served and those who committed suicide and those who've actually done things to help the people of the world. So remember Ratio Club, remember half-eaten apples, remember all that stuff. The dog has to go out for a walk, so I need to get the hell out of here. So happy Veterans Day, and I hope you guys understand a lot, because I've never, what the fuck, heard of him dying and eating a cyanide tablet in an apple and finding a half-eaten apple, and then he was reenacting Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and all this weird stuff. So you guys have a wonderful day. I need to take the dog for a piss. Bye-bye.
All right, Eric. Yeah, just a quick filler on that one. We didn't play that one. It was the Veterans Day one. Yeah, nothing much there to say other than yeah.
It was perfect timing because there was an important phone call I had to take, and I was thinking they're going to call me after 1 o'clock. So it kind of came out perfect. Like, holy shit, they're calling me right now. I got to put this on.
Yeah, it was about Alan Turing in Manchester cracking all the codes, and then there was like a secret group, whatever. Go ahead.
Our good friend Matrix NBO just wanted to stop in, and he's right. For whatever reason, this video that we did last Friday, I don't know if it hit a certain nerve with certain people, but it actually hit over 1.3 views.
Wow. It's the Matrix.
And it has 122 likes versus 17. And we know where most of those dislikes are coming from. It's coming from a bunch of idiots. But beyond that, yeah, that is, it's weird that how sometimes you make a video, right? I know we're getting off topic, but you make a video, right? And somehow people watch, I don't know if the Matrix storm is coming. I don't know. People are like, what's a Matrix storm? I don't know. But it is weird how certain videos just people like it versus other ones.
Yeah, we just stick with the Matrix stuff because
All right. Pick the whole channel, all Matrix. But I want to do that. I don't do that just on purpose.
what do you have? There's a 1.3 as like 13. Really, it was like 1 point. Of course, it would be 1.3. Yeah, because I even talked about it on Tony's show, and he's in the camp of this might be kind of a Matrix reality moving around. And using the word loosely, guys, Matrix it's just another word we use in context to what this place is. And so, how things have moved, and even within the Matrix, it actually helps me. We talked about the ghosts and how they are residuals within the Matrix itself. I'm like, this makes sense.
Let me read some pretty interesting, intelligent stuff. I like what I'm seeing from Tomicon. I like what I'm seeing from everybody. Yeah. But he wrote several good ones. Watch. They say the energy is released upon death when taking energy readings. So I don't understand why cemeteries would have any left. That's a damn good. Yeah. I never thought about that because if you're right, there's no energy, right? And now I heard some areas where if there's like, I don't know, power sockets in a house, there might be some energy, but a lot of graveyards don't have like power sockets next to every body. So maybe. So where would they get that energy if they come from
my flashlight? My flashlight, I've got it in the video. They kept taking the flashlight. I went to, again, where they were buried, where people are in the ground, 6 feet under. And then my flashlight kept going out. And then the cameraman kept having problems with the light. I'm like, power keeps going off on everything, just like you see on the movies. But when you go over to the other area, it came the flashlight came right back on. It was no problems.
Well, let's continue on what he's saying. I don't believe it's human spirits, PPL, pick up on. I'm sure they pose as humans to trick us. That could be true too. Now, he wrote, just like reincarnation, that would be hell, recycle and trap. That's true too. There's never an end game if you're recycling. Yeah. That's true too. My children and I had the same talks. It may be a trick. Oh, he's talking about because Long Reach Run wrote, don't go into the light. And then what else he says? We should be able to tell the difference not being in a human body. Our senses should be more free to assess the situation properly, hopefully.
Yeah.
He's got some good stuff. I think we will have our emotion attachments on Earth, so it confuses many people, and they fall for a trap, maybe.
Yeah, I have a theory on what I'm agreeing with him on a lot of these things. I have a theory on that.
My mother spoke to me about the one she had. It was pretty heavy to ponder. She said it was very scary.
Yeah. When I did the video, I could sense that, and I'm using my gut too, and I'm using my big old gut, big old butt. So I'm using I've got the voice box, and I'm picking up information. I set out the video, and it seems intelligent at the time, and then it seems like residual-ish of somebody who passed on. But I don't believe that people are there are no spirits hanging around there. What I feel and what I felt, and believe me, I felt it was something evil, and that's why I say it's the jinn. And I think what they're doing is, in a guess, and this is not probably right, but it's like they take the information from that pineal gland, like a stored fucking chip. A jinn, a person will take their information about their name, where they're from, how they died. All their shit is just picked up like a damn computer. And then they go repeating it to you to scare you, to try to get your energy, because they were sucking the batteries dry on everything.
Well,
that's how I feel.
According to a Black Sheep researcher, he says the energy is in the bones.
Okay. It just feels to me like there is something else, not the person who had passed on, but a energy sucking fucking demon or jinn, or what do you want to call it, taking their information from maybe the pineal left behind, or whatever it is, residual, and then assuming they're who they are, and playing the part of that person. And let
me ask a question to a few people in the chat if they want to. I know everybody's busy. This question is for Tomicon. Maybe it's Medela. in Hazel Fever. Hey, if you guys, I know we're all busy, but by any chance, if you guys are free on Friday, we would love to do a documentary of Howard the Duck with all of you. Fun conversation just to have a show on Howard the Duck. So if you guys want to come on Friday, you don't have to, and we want to talk Howard the Duck, let me know, man. Let me know. Tomacon's got my email address. I would love to have you guys on to do some documentary, do some decoding of Howard the Duck.
If you don't want to understand, it's gonna be Howard the Duck. It's gonna be harmless and fun.
I think no. I want Friday as just a fun little at the end of the week Howard the Duck where there's no right or wrong answer.
It's Howard the Duck.
Liked the movie. I liked it. Guilty pleasure. I'm sorry. I liked it. I watched it as a kid. You know how many duck condoms do you get to see in real life? You know.
And it's an hour. We do an hour.
Yeah.
There's 1 hour.
So, if you guys can, I could do it at noon, whatever, make it around your guys' lunch hour. If this is when you guys are watching, I would love to do Howard the Duck with some of you guys. It's why there's catacombs everywhere. But here, let me share this screen. Let's look at some of the type of some of the types of hauntings, even in the first place, and we'll dissect it. And like I said, guys, Clown, his internet is out. He was able to text me on his phone, so he's not missing the show on purpose. But where he's at, they got some bad weather, and it knocked out their internet. So, but like I said, show must go on. So here we go. Types of hauntings. Okay, now here's this one's called the God, I can't even talk today. I can't even say that word right now. Holy shit. Residual hauntings activity. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Well, I don't know. Residual hauntings activity can occur when something traumatic, stressful occurs, such as a murder or a rape. Negative energy is literally blasted into the atmosphere, causing the atmosphere to imprint or record the event. Like a recording tape. So like a recording tape. It will play it over and over again. The entities involved in the residual haunting activities are unaware of their surroundings. This is not an intelligent haunting. There is no interaction between you and the entity. Residual, I don't know why, Bob, I can't say that fucking word today. But I don't know why I can't say it. Haunting can also be caused by positive energy blasted into the atmosphere. Many times you have heard ghost stories where people can hear the sounds of a party. They hear music, singing, dancing, laughter, and when they enter the room where they hear the party, there's no one there. Residual haunting activities can be special of living. Now I heard of this. It's like a printed record player that's printed. Now I heard a lot of people say, but maybe you felt it, Bob, that they go to a certain area and they feel the air has changed. Yeah. The energy has changed. Now, I don't know that. That has never, ever happened to me. So I can't confirm that feeling or not. But I have heard that sometimes that's why you go on some investigations and you're trying to capture a voice and stuff. You might not actually capture a voice saying a word back. You might capture a sound because you're capturing something from the past.
Yeah, my hands were frozen. I mean, it was like when I was holding the phone, it was like holding a block of fucking ice. I was like, my hand is frozen. It would stop. And then I'd switch hands and God damn, my hands would be frozen in the phone. And then after, even when I got back, the next day, I had to run my hands under warm tap water, man, to bring back the feeling. And then the cameraman's fucking feet were frozen and felt frozen. I'm like, God damn, this is bad.
Let me read this. I might have something for her. Hell, last night I was laying in my bed and I heard my name called and 4 steps on the stairs. Getting sick of it, about to get my Ghostbusters gear out. I just downloaded an app. It's called Ghost Tube. It's called, I know you can't really it's like see-through, right? You can't even see it. That's kind of weird. It's actually called Ghost Tube. And what it is it's like a camera. it's like a camera around the house. But the thing is, at nighttime, you ever watch those shows, Bob, where it looks like it shows stick figures? If there's an energy there, it shows stick figures. Well, this app is supposed to do that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to. It's supposed
Yeah.
to. So this app is called. I'm not getting paid for this app, people. They're not sponsoring this show. I wish they would. It's called Ghost Tube. SLS. And then in the picture it shows SLS Ghost Tube, and it's supposed to give you that stick figure if there's something there.
Okay, that's weird. That's cool. This is unusual. I use that. I forgot what it was called. I think you sent me the Ghost app. I used to go.
Let me see. Well, there's I think there's too much. Let me turn off this light. Let's see. So basically, like, I know you can't tell, but if it's darker, when I move this around, if there's a ghost supposed to be like right here, the stick figure is supposed to pop up on my phone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
No, hold on.
No.
This app came from this app was recommended from a famous. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying how famous, but maybe some of you guys heard of this paranormal person. Let me tell you her name. Amy's Crypt.
Don't know.
And like I said, I don't know if it works, but I mean, we got that other app, Bob, that sometimes we use on the show.
Yeah, that's the one I used. That's the one I used. That's the one I was getting solid hits on, man.
Yeah, Ghost Detector. So you're supposed to use Ghost Detector, and you're supposed to use the SLS Ghost Tube at the same time, because if they're talking to you, this might be able to see them. Like I got the Ghost Detector up and running. So let me ask this question. Our good friend, maybe it's Medela, had a ghost visit her last night. Is it a ghost or demon? Or what's the name of the ghost?
I would
I'm
say
gonna help her.
I'm saying demon, man. I'm not. I went to the cemetery to debunk, man, and I'm telling you guys, honestly, not feeling good about it. I didn't feel good about anything there. I'm okay. For example, you're around good-hearted people that are having a good time. You feel good on the inside. You're around a bunch of fucking grumpy asses that are fucking mean and just upset all the time. You feel upset. You feel it in your gut. When I was in there, I was being respectful and nice, and I felt it. I felt the nastiness.
It says for her, it says sign.
Sign.
Like giving her a sign. So what's the sign? Is the sign of an evil present, or are you a good present? Because we want her safe. We don't want her to be hurt. So let us know. Are you a safe ghost, or you're a bad ghost? He needs to know this.
You're asking the ghost in your house.
Oh no! But remember, the internet, it reaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't you ever like the viruses go through internets too now? Like the 5G brings internet to people's houses and stuff.
Well, it radiates. I mean, it'll radiate. It's not going to feel anything.
Hey.
It radiates.
It is a cool app. Maybe the Bob and I use is called Ghost Detector, and apparently, if you ask it questions, it'll supposed to answer it. Now, I can't tell you if these apps are real or not, but I will say this: I told this on air to Bob before, and when I was at a certain hospital with my son, and when I asked it a question, my son's name came up.
That's a trip, man.
So, I'm not saying these apps are real or not, but the name, my son's name, did come up.
It's weird. I still think it's something else. It's not the actual person that died. It's something assuming their identity by somehow reading their information from their pineal, stored fucking information in their silica fucking brain chip. Just an idea. I don't feel good by them. I mean, they don't feel good.
Well, how about this? Somebody in the chat. What question should I ask the ghost box? You guys have me to ask demons. Nah, I don't think even that's a question. So give me a question. What is this? I saw a ghost 2 nights ago walk from my kitchen to my bedroom, and my dog saw it too. Well, there is that thing that animals are. If there is something there, that an animal can sense something there versus you.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Ask: are you a human spirit or demonic? Very good question.
Yeah.
Very good question. Are you a human spirit or demonic? So I'm asking it. So we'll see what it says. Are you a human spirit or are you demonic?
The voice.
Up. It's going up. It's
It's responding to. It's a damn good app.
It is. Are you a human spirit or demonic? Upon. It says upon.
Oh, that's upon. You're a pawn
UPON.
in a
What does that mean? That's not answering my question. I'm asking a simple question. Come on, Ghost. You got to help me out. God damn it, you got to help me out here. Make it easier. Are you a human spirit or are you a demon or demonic?
No, Eric, I sent you also the catacomb. I know Black Sheep was talking about the catacombs. I was in the catacombs not too long ago, and I sent you the video. If you see the catacomb one, you'll get. There's a whole lot of skeletons in there, man. I'm even holding one up. See if you can find that guy.
Here we go. Oh, something might be coming up. It said, oh shit. It said the word says dig.
Oh, okay. See, I don't think they're good.
Dig. I don't want to
Whatever
dig.
comes in them boxes aren't good. They always say the meanest things. Did you see the I got the catacombs.
Yeah. Now, am I supposed to like go to a certain spot or just like skip through a little bit?
I think it's just real short. I think it's short.
It's 27 minutes.
Oh, we could probably skip through it then. Just skip through it. Yeah, skip through it. Keep going until the catacombs. That's in Paris. I was in Paris.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
There's been actually some channels saying you're not really in the UK.
Oh.
Like, really? What?
They're not watching my videos.
Bob is walking. Oh shit! Now my thing says chat. Holy shit!
They're not watching my videos then. That's why I don't care. People that watch my videos know where I'm at.
No, I don't know, Bob. I think this is all fake. I think you must have. Okay,
so yeah, I'm in the catacombs. Oh, hopefully you can see it.
Oh, hold on.
There we go. Yeah, I'm in the catacombs there. Yeah, all the bones. But see all the bones?
Yeah.
There's thousands of them. Thousands of them. Yeah. I mean, you could hit play and just turn the volume off. You can talk over it. So you could find like the beginning part of it. That's this towards the end anyway. So
okay.
Find the part of the catacombs and then just hit, yeah.
So how much like that? Oh, Carol. So the ghost's name is Carol. So I guess I gotta dig her up. And then if the ghost has a name, does that mean it's a friendly ghost? It's not a demon? Maybe? Bob says warm air.
Warm air. Well, okay. Hell, I guess.
Karen.
Weird. But now, coming up, you see bones.
Now, this place right here, first of all,
this is the catacombs.
Does it cost money to go into?
Yeah, you could pay money to go in there. Depends on who you pay and what areas you go to. And I kind of wandered in my own little way. I kind of went my own way in a lot of little areas. So it should be coming up with more light and stuff. There's a shitload of bones should be coming up. But you can see it's deep. It's under Paris, man. Like deep under fucking Paris. And there are thousands, way more than what they're telling you. I can't remember, several million. They talked about several million. Yeah. Well, once it gets to it, I'm still walking to the area where the bones are. I'm getting there.
Definitely Casper.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah. Was it say it was 6 to 7 million people are buried down there, or not buried, but in the bones. But 6 to 7 million is what they sold us, which is 13. But yeah, it's like it was 100. It was 130 steps down. I'm trying to tell you the truth. What I'm 130 steps down and 113 steps up is what we're told, which is weird on the other side. So even then, I was like, that's fucking weird. But yeah, these are all carved caves way below Paris. Should be coming up to the bones here in a minute, but I'm just giving you a demonstration because they said they exhumed all these bodies and then they transported them down there and they stacked them in what somebody would describe as kind of an awkward, almost religious way in these catacombs.
Isn't it if religion is involved, then shouldn't these bones should be buried properly, not like just laying around for humans to look at it like
it's like something out of a Terminator movie. I'm like, this isn't correct to see these fucking bones down there. It's not correct at all. Whenever we get Rob's here somewhere, somebody wrote that on there because I was wandering around. Rob, me, but it'll get there because I kind of took off from the group. Me and the cameraman split from the group and was just doing anyway, just the sides. All the old graffiti sketchings underground. A lot of people wandered through there.
Dude, I went to a cemetery that has exhumed bodies. The ground was sinking, and our Jeep door opened and slammed by itself. And someone was pondering on the top of the vehicle. You don't mess with the dead. That's a good point. That's what I'm saying. So why would they have all these dead skeletons for people just to walk by? That's what I mean. It just seems weird that it doesn't feel. Yeah. It's like what happens if you go to an Indian back in the Indian days where they used to put on wood and their bones are there and you're not supposed to disturb it or they haunt you. Well, here they fucking letting people go in with paper money to see a bunch of bones.
Yeah, they even check you on the way out. They make sure that you're not stealing anything because people were stealing skeletons. They were stealing skulls. I was like, that's warped, man. You're stealing the skull. Also, you can see cages. There are rooms that divert off to other areas. There's just hundreds of other directions to go to. I mean, it's the catacombs, man. You can get lost real fast if you don't follow the path out. It's real bad. You might have to fast forward it because it's just the catacomb part. But there's this. I think skulls will be coming up. You will see thousands of them.
I know that.
See skulls. Those are all bones from bottom to top. Skulls. Bones, leg bones, thigh bones, arm bones, all perfectly stacked. That's a wall of bones and skulls. Some of the skulls are placed outside to make them look aesthetic. It's disgusting. They made them look aesthetic by putting like skull heads in certain areas. There you go. There you go. I'm trying to get a clear picture. It's dark in there. Sorry, guys, for the darkness.
It kind of reminds me of the Underground Seattle tour without the bones.
Oh, hundreds of them should be hopefully coming in clear. It's so dark in there. They are.
Do they make this like into like a haunted house type of deal during Halloween season? No?
No. They don't turn into a haunted house thing. No.
Oh, it'd be fucking a badass if they did.
Look at that. Look at the skulls. There was just skulls and skulls and more skulls and more skulls. Just heads and legs.
I heard of a woman who got drunk and went on tour and got lost in the catacombs.
Easy to do, man.
Later. That's true, Bob?
easy to do down there. So easy. If you don't have a guide, man, don't be playing around. And I wandered off a little bit. I'm anthropologist though, so I wasn't wandering off looking at stuff. Maybe some more clear shots towards the end, but yeah, there's try to get them as clear as we can. Oh, that's bones. More and more bones. Oh, there we go. Look, bones, human remains, leg bones, stack. I'm like, how many? 2 leg bones per human? How can they make a wall? This is just what you see walking through this catacomb. When you look at the other tunnel areas, there are just bones, dude. Bones. As far as you can see.
How much money? I know there's a pandemic. A lot of that stuff is shut down. Oh, here's our friend that's coming on tomorrow through the Veil Paranormal Underworld's coming on tomorrow, and we'll talk to her about the heaven, God, and the ghost kind of a thing that I want to get into. So, oh wow,
check that, Eric. That's a wall. That's a wall of bones. Take a look at that.
What is this? This ain't
bone.
true, is it? I heard they take blood donation for payment to your Vatican catacombs.
I heard they take blood donations for payment. Oh, I'd never heard of that. God, no. Oh no, I never. I wouldn't doubt it though.
What if the dead are playing pranks on us? Yeah, I guess you will never know, right?
I wouldn't doubt it. Again, I don't think it's like the. Oh, here's a picture of me sitting in front of a bunch of bones. Those are all bones behind me. A wall of human remains. You see it, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah, in Paris, man. That's like the catacombs of Paris. You go to the other rooms, they detour, and it's filled. It's filled to the top, to the bottom, filled. And then certain sections, all the bones are black. They're black because they're deteriorating into the surface. I'm like, oh my God. How many can you have? There's way more than what they're telling you. I don't.
Like again, guys, let me apologize. Clown had internet issues that he couldn't jump on, so I apologize. I promise he's going to be on, and it didn't happen. You know, sometimes things happen, and it's not out of our control. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. So, Clown's an awesome guy. We'll get him on. We'll try to get him on next time. Now, the question is, Bob, are there regular skulls or different shape type skulls too? And the teeth, any fangs?
Yeah. Didn't see any fangs. Didn't see anything unusual. I mean, I don't want to go into detail, but I'm not from here, so my skull was completely different than I remember.
Bones and catacombs hold on. When they say bones and catacombs all over Europe, are you telling me that there's like multiple museums to see these skeletons?
No, but in Paris. But what he's talking about, there are catacombs in England. There's caves all over. In Manchester, there's they closed them all down, but there are caves everywhere.
So who are these bones? I mean, what are these?
That's like what I was saying. There's not enough people in Paris to fill that up, dude. Well, that's why I think there's something going on.
But no offense against Europe, but didn't the British Empire at one time almost like Germany trying to take over the world?
Well, not like
are these like their enemies?
I mean, we're talking about small army skirmishes, the front line kind of thing. But when I was in Paris in the catacombs, their bones, there's too many people. I'm like, there's whole caverns. You go and make a turn, there's the entire fucking rooms, top to bottom, with leg bones, skulls, old walls made of skulls. I said, there's too many in here.
Here's a good question. Do we have historical proof on who actually built the catacombs?
Well, yeah, they were talking about how it was mines. They were mines. They were mines for the rocks that you use for the buildings and limestone. All kinds of weird things. I'm like, what?
Millions of bones in Paris.
Millions. I'm just like, Paris is it's part of Europe. You know what I mean? So for some reason they've just brought them there. Now, people have even made jokes about the best way to get rid of a body is to take it to Paris into the catacombs. They'll never know. Just put the bones up on the wall. They're gone for life.
Yeah, but okay. But I'm sure the bones down there, you could tell that they're old, brown.
Yeah.
New,
well, dude, you could take a turn.
A new body, and somehow you're going to clean the body, dirty it up.
Easily, because you're looking at a front wall. Okay. So the wall, the top of where the bones are from up above the human height goes back, dude. It goes back. It's just not just the wall, dude. You're not talking about just a wall with a set of bones in front of it. It goes back. It goes back. So the whole tunnel and sections are completely filled to the back. I'm like, you could take human remains from any time and just hide them back there. Gone, needle in a haystack.
Okay.
I'm sure Mafia goes. I'm sure the Vatican goes straight to Paris. Look at that.
Images right here.
Yeah.
So you got a whole wall of all these bones. They made it into a wall. Now what do they do? Glue it together to make it like a wall? I mean, how do they make it where it doesn't tip over? Is it all glued or?
No, they stacked it. That's the front stack. No, these are the pillars.
Now, what are these? What are these?
I don't know where that's at. I didn't say that's probably below a church. That looks like it's organized below a church. That's just the catacombs, yeah. That's a normal set of catacombs below a church. That's nothing like the other ones.
So that's not related to this.
No. That's complete. That's where I was. I was in that area. I saw that too. Man, those are human leg bones and skulls. Okay. The pillars themselves are about this big. They're about this big, and they're on it.
I don't know, man. It just seems so degrading to whoever these bones are. I feel like if there's going to be a ghost being disturbed, wouldn't this be one of the most haunted places on this fucking planet? Because if you got millions of bones, are you going to tell me out of millions of bones? Now, first of all, let me ask this question first. Hold on. Let me skip. Bob or Black Sheep researcher, who's ever researched this place, is this place known to be haunted or not?
I didn't pick up any negative vibes in there. I didn't pick up anything bad.
Do you know if this place is supposed to be haunted? Because if it's not, then why not? I'm just saying. Yeah. If places like haunted houses because somebody died or you're close to a graveyard or something, why isn't this place haunted like other places? I would think this be the most haunted places on earth.
Yeah. I felt more weird in just recently in the graveyard than I did in these catacombs. I didn't feel anything bad
in the old parts. Yes. Okay.
I didn't feel anything bad in the catacombs. I didn't feel anything. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't feel anything in my gut about any feeling other than this is insane. The volume of bones, it's just not correct. I don't know what again, dude. It reminded me of the Terminator movie remember how they were stepping on the skulls and the tanks were rolling over all the bones? It's like that.
Ronald Road War says, it's just a theory, not mine, but I have heard the bones were put there after the last reset.
At this point, I'm going to put everything on the table because it's not.
So the pressure of the bones creates free energy.
I've heard of people saying that. I've heard of people talking about that. Yeah. And it's right directly under Paris.
I know they are shrines, right? And not burial crypts. It's just.
Oh,
I wonder if you could pull that off to have something like here in America, where
no,
you can't do that.
No. So when they talk about the Great Reset, they talk about all the bones under Paris. I don't argue with them.
Public. Oh, why is it only certain parts open to public? Is it just?
Because they don't want you getting lost down there. They have one area where they rush you through, unless you know somebody else that can take you to another area. People actually own this areas of it. They're right under buildings, man. Like regular buildings. We're talking regular historical buildings, and there's like all of a sudden thousands of catacombs underneath all of Paris. It's all over the place. and they're filled with bones. So like, what happened in Europe, man? I know. Again, I debunk people. You're hearing me say, what the fuck is this? No way. They said the little parent, 6 to 7 million. Bullshit. More than that, man. They got areas closed off that's got big ass locks on it because people go in there, and I'm like, oh shit.
I do want to thank Tom Murr for putting in the chat. Even though Clown isn't here, this is his channel. Even though it wasn't his fault that he couldn't make it on here, but let me just show you guys his channel because he has a lot of stuff on here. Like, we'll be conducting a daylight Bigfoot hunt this Friday. Satan's Church on Halloween. Satan's Church live. He does a lot of he does a lot of hauntings. He went on a road trip to a lot of places. So, you know, even though the internet couldn't working, I do want to show respect for the guy. He does have a lot of interesting videos of everything. I mean, haunted Civil War cemeteries, abandoned crypts. He actually goes out and does investigations. So he's a good guy. He couldn't make it. You know, it's not his fault that the internet went out. But I just want to show the guy some respect.
Yeah, but I sent you the cemetery video too. There's there's also one. The one for Halloween night, which is 31st Halloween. It even comes up with like dead.
Okay, now here's the emails he sent me. There's one that says Halloween G, the Whistle Land Park. Is that the one?
What's it called?
You sent me like 3 different videos.
Yeah, so pick the one. Read the other one.
18th November with Whistle Bark clip.
Yeah, and then the other one.
And then the other one was Halloween Ghost Hunt.
Halloween. Do that. Halloween.
The voice box.
Oh yeah, the Halloween voice box should be the one. They have the voice box one. So we have that one has the evidence. The other one has a whistle that wasn't there when I was there.
145. So let me hold on. Let me share the screen first. Share the screen. Watch. So according to your email, it says put it on 130 to 145. So let me get it here.
Okay.
So guys, so Bob, so there's one clip, 130, 145. What am I listening for?
Well, it actually talks. Well, it gives you'll see it.
Okay, guys. Now listen very closely, guys. Let's listen to this part right here. It's only 15 seconds. He's telling me to play this on. So here we go.
It's not eerie. Oh, got something coming in. Death. Really?
You see death? I just walked, dude. I hadn't even started yet. Just turned on the camera. Stepped not even all the way into the
1640. And then what's this? Hold on. Let me get. And you said go to 1540 to 1640. So what am I looking for here?
I think that's when the power goes off. Hold on.
Well, let's hear it. 1540 to 1640. So this one's 1 minute. Here we go.
Keep going as long as the power goes, losing the battery. So I do apologize. We keep losing our energy, our power source.
You're seeing darkness because the power's out. The power keeps going out. It keeps sucking all the juice out of the batteries of everything.
That's one thing you do hear a lot, that batteries get drained for whatever reason out of nowhere. Well, we know they want energy. Leia. Princess Leia? Was that Princess Leia?
It was throwing names after name after name. And that's what I'm thinking. This is not intelligent. Yeah, batteries. See the light? Fucking with the light.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
When you
then-
saw that first clip was death. I didn't even step out there and it says death. Seriously? Ah.
Then what's this one? Hold on. This one's you wrote. Hold on. Play 210. Whistle at 213. Okay, so at 210 we're supposed to hear a whistle.
Yeah.
So let me go to. God damn, those dogs are horny or whatever. All right, guys. I'm at 210. So Bob said we should be hearing a whistle. Here we go.
Coming up on the 31st, which comes out like almost 13. Happens every 19 years.
Right there, right there.
Yeah, it wasn't there when I did it.
Here, let's hear it again.
It's coming up on the 31st, which comes out like almost 13. Happens every
Right there.
19 years.
It's like
It does it at when I say 13, the whistle goes, and then also the timestamp is like a 13. When I'm like, fuck. Right when I said 13, it does a whistle. There was no whistle there. There was no whistle when I was there, and the dog barked. But the dog is like a dog whistle. But the dog barked. And I watched it again, and the video changed a little bit. The dog barked a little bit later, but there was this piercing whistle now. It wasn't there. When I recorded, we would have heard it, but it's weird.
Yeah, I got an email from our guest from tomorrow, the Vel, saying, "Watch your show today. Did you guys check out Jody Dean, the Demon Hunter?" No.
No.
Now, let me. I had this ready for clown. Because I'm like, what really is a demon hunter? And this is what it says in Wikipedia. It says simple: a demon hunter is a demologist who hunts demons. So let me click on that. Okay, demology is a study of demons or beliefs about demons. They may be human or non-human. Oh, that's okay. That's not human or non-human. Okay. One or the other, separable souls, or discarnate spirits who have never inhibited a body. So a spirit that never got into a body. A sharp distinction is often drawn between these two classes. Normally, the Melanesians, several African groups, and others, the Islamic jinn, for example, are not reductible to modified human souls. At the same time, these classes are frequently conceived as producing identical results.
Yeah, it's like they didn't go in this. I like to call them jinn. It just makes or demon, same thing. They're not good, and I think they even feed off the dead. Again, we talk about when I'm in a cemetery and I'm doing this stuff. It's like they. The person that passed away, it isn't them. It's these demons that have taken on their identity and they're acting like them. They're like is their image. They're removing. I go back to the pineal. They go back to that freaking silicon pineal gland you have in your brain. It's stored information, and they're just borrowing the identity of that person and pretending to be them. They could probably even transform themselves to look like them by having the memory, and they're not good. See, I don't think there's good ghosts.
Now I'm glad I wrote Demon Hunter in the title because Tony wrote, interesting, Demon Hunter. I once heard about Demon Killer or Demon Slayer, never Demon Hunter. Yeah, Demon Hunter is a real name for a demology. Yeah, demology.
Yeah, demonologist.
Yeah,
University. There's Catholic demonologists too. I know there's Catholic priests that do demonology.
Types of hauntings. Here, let me bring this back up. Okay, demonic activity. And then let's look here about a demonic activity. Demons are entitled that never had a mortal human form. So one thing I'm seeing is demons have never been human. Now that's what I'm reading, a bunch of different things. Origins, extraterrestrial. Why? If you believe that God and his angels are from the heavens, that would make that would make them extraterrestrial, ETs. So make them ETs. So So, okay. So if God's from heaven, that's true. If gods are from heaven, then they're illegal aliens on earth, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So if Satan and 1/3 of the angels rebelled against God's kingdom, then Satan and 1/3 of the angels that become demons are also extraterrestrial. I can see that. They're not from Earth. They're demons. They're illegal aliens. God and devil should get the hell off our planet, right? Dude, that will solve all problems, right? Let's get rid of God, get rid of the devils, because they're illegal aliens. Somebody needs to tell Trump to build an ozone layer wall.
It's demons.
Yeah. So I'm just joking, guys. Don't get mad. You can't get rid of God. Okay. Don't kill me on that one. That is why they never had mortal human form. Einstein said that E equals MC2. Energy can be converted into matter and matter into energy. Demons are pure energy entities that are described in 3 different ways. Okay? So 3 different ways. As angelic, a being of beauty that will manipulate that person to commit something that is sinful or out of the ordinary. Oh, dude, that's the truth community right there. Number 1. Okay. Number 2. I'm sorry, I had to do a shot. Horrific, evil looking. Some people claim they have seen demons that are criminally hideous to look at. I believe demons do this for a scare effect. They know that we fear, and this is not their true appearance. Okay, so they're disguising themselves, right? Okay.
That's how I believe. That's what I believe. I believe anything you see is one of them manifesting.
Again, that's the definition of a truth community. Sorry, another shot. Black mist, black fog, black shadow, black smoke. Most demonic hauntings, the occupation claims to be followed by black mist or black fog. Okay.
I saw that.
I saw a demon made a short video yesterday wearing a black robe. It all makes sense now. I love reading this. Okay, here we go. Horrific, evil looking. Some people claim they have seen demons that are criminally hideous to look at. I believe demons do this, but that's number 2. Or why would they? I don't know. Who cares? And then talk about the black mist, whatever again. So basically, like, I guess doesn't matter demons or ghosts. They all come from energy. That's the one common thing is energy, right?
Well, the absence of energy.
Now, it made sense when, like Tomicon says, where is the energy from the graveyard? That does make sense. And then Black Sheep says there's some energy in the bones. Now, like, walking around with your flashlight, but
calcium.
This is the question. I mean, I know we don't have the answers. We don't know. But how much energy do they really need? Like if they're taking energy from your flashlight or maybe your phone, that's not a lot of battery juice, I wouldn't think. I mean,
they were taking it from me. I know for a fact because my hands were frozen. And when I got back, dude, I had a hard time with the staircase. My room's way up on top. I had a hard time. I had to crawl up the staircase. Now, I had no problems. I had no fear of what's going on. However, my legs were weak as fuck. I could barely walk, and I slept till noon the next day. I didn't smoke. I didn't drink anything. I woke up at noon. I was like, my God, I'm exhausted. I took till the evening the next day to fucking recover. Damn things will take your energy, man. They will take they took it right out of you like a battery, man. And people's little theories about them taking humans' energy, correct, man. I've experienced it. They will take your energy from the batteries first, then from you.
Yeah. A Black Sheep wrote, I like to say demons are frequencies, so picture them like a bad band. If you listen to them, they'll have an advice effect on you.
Yeah. Yeah, it was, they've said some, I've got the video, you guys can watch my video, it's not long, and you can read the words they were saying, all the way through, chronology, all the way through.
Weird, huh? E equals MC squared is wrong, though. Einstein assumes speed of light is constant and has been proven that is wrong. Speed of light is not constant.
Yeah, he's an idiot. with you. I'm not an Einstein fan. I think he was just a token fucking idiot. So I'm with you. You know, people don't get mad. I was a big Einstein fan a long time ago, and now I'm like, this guy's an idiot. The old stuff is debunked. But yeah, that energy, man. These things are, I guess you would dark. I'm gonna use the local word, the narrative word. That's not correct. Dark matter. They're the dark matter. They're just an absence of the opposite side, and they're here with you, and they'll suck you fucking dry.
Sotherwell wrote, my next door neighbor's a fiance said after her mother died, her ghost demon energy hung out for a long time.
Her ghost demon energy.
I hope the demon part wasn't true.
It's like if you're a bad person and you died horribly, but you were just a shitty ass person, it's like these things love you more, and then they just assume your identity and just like love your energy, and they just kind of hang around and be pricks.
Yeah. Here's some reasons the ghost may be tied to a site or people. Okay, here we go. Some reason the ghost may be tied to a site or people. Okay. Died as a result of traumatic event, murder, car accident, traumatic. Yeah, traumatic. I just invented a new word, traumatic. Sounds like a Matrix song. Traumatic. Traumatic. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Died as a result of a traumatic event, murder, car accident, which we heard that. It's kind of like the imprint of a record in the area, the spot. It's an imprint. Due to unfinished business, which we kind of heard that before, kind of like a quantum leap kind of deal, unfinished business. The spirit may have died suddenly and not realize he or she died. I have heard that before, where they don't know to go to the light or the red puddle of hell, I guess, and they're stuck in limbo. That's here. I've heard that one before. The living loved ones are so emotionally distraught they can't let go. Now that would be a weird one because a human can't let go, your spirit can't go.
Yeah, that's a sad thought. I still think it's something else. It's imitating the human, or again, it's a running program because again, with your pineal gland storing information,
is the spirit is emotionally connected to their loved ones. I mean, that sounds like the movie Ghost. Okay, let's get that Ghost movie out. No Patrick Swayze here, people. No Patrick Swayze here. They cannot rest due to an injustice done to them. I can see that one. That's kind of like unfinished business in some ways. Fear of the other side or judgment. Now that's a good one because what if now listen? What if you know you're a bad person? Okay, there's a lot of bad YouTube people out there. What if they know when they die they're going to go to hell, so they stick around longer than they should?
Demons. I think I call them jinn, but yeah, I don't think they were ever human at all. I think people pass, they just move on to another, either reincarnate or they just shifted to a place where they didn't die. But what's left behind, of course, is an absence of them in this place. So what they have left is a memory, and that memory, like anything stored in any computer or any old laptop or anything, just kind of recirculates itself. Still kind of just doing their little thing, but brainlessly, without even knowing anything. I didn't get anything intelligent. Understand? I was nothing intelligent except for the sarcastic, mean things it said. That just seems to be something else. I don't think it was the human in themselves. I've talked to other people over here that have the same bad things said to them on the box. I'm like, oh boy.
I want to read this one. Portal hauntings. Portals aren't really a new concept, as we've seen them in a lot of sci-fi flicks. But in the real world, portal hauntings are considered controversial, as there is little known, and the idea is mostly theory or speculation. Portals are thought to be doorways to another world or dimension in which entities travel through. Okay? It's speculated that portals are not limited to one location, region, or limited to sacred ground. Typically, places that experience a wide array of different types of anomalous activity, such as glowing balls of light, odd creatures, strange shapes, or unexplained mist or fog are supposed to have a portal in which these energies are traveled back and forth. I've heard that one before.
Well, I had it say portal. The first one I did, I have a video on it. The first one I did in the graveyard, it's out there. You guys can look at it. One of the things is Eric says portal. It said portal. I'm like, portal? It said the word portal right on that whatever box. I said portal. Holy shit. That's an intelligent response to where you at. And it said portal. I was like, oh, okay. We got little vortex portals everywhere.
What do you say? Port for elves. You just need
frequencies. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, frequencies. Yeah, vibration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been movies, like you said, sci-fi movies. I mean, technically, if you look at Time Bandits, that was built on portals, knowing when certain portals open, and you're able to go through. I mean, if you think about it, now in the movie Time Bandits might be, if you decode it, they had a map that tells them where the portals are.
Map where the portal holes were, yeah. They were jumping through the portal holes.
If you're a demon or you're a ghost who's not from here, you are here, maybe they see these portals open up and close down, and they're able to go in that we can't see with our own eyes.
Yeah. If there's multiple U's, whatever, guys, this is throw it away. This is just me being hypothetical. Multiple U's and multiple whatever realities or whatever, one dies and then the other one still lives. You could still go through the portals. It has portals because there's multiple layers to realities. So you have portals. One dies, it goes to the other one, the other you. Yeah. Or you might have a deja vu. Oh my God, you have a deja vu that you just went off this cliff. Holy shit. Well, maybe you did. The other you that died just jumped back into the other you, and now you've got that memory of that fucking you that went off the cliff. So there's your ghost.
Black Sheep wrote, what if these entities are just another reality living on the same plane? We just can't see them in full form.
Right, that could be it either. Or that could be definitely. That's what we talk about the jinn. That's what we were joking about. The demons. People call them demons. People call them jinn. Living on the same reality, same plane. We can't see them. Different like you said, vibration. Different vibration. Bodiless or have bodies, but a different vibration. Because remember, we are nothing but vacuum particles, vibrating particles. So matter itself is nothing but vibrating particles. A rock could exist in another place. It's the same rock in another reality, vibrating particles, but at a different speed. That's why it's there. Or something around you at a different vibration, different speed. You can't see them. Faster than you are.
That's true. What Tony's saying there. The Marvel character Doctor Strange creates portals and goes through portals.
Goes through the Matrix portals. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're able to change your vibration, your certain vibration, your certain speed.
ELIEN equals alien.
There we go. L. There's the L. Yeah, two different genres of words put together. Definitely. Janice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the portals. Yeah, because they actually have, Eric, in archaeology, they have a lot of all over the goddamn back of this turtle. There are rocks with that swirl. It's got the swirl carved into the rock, and they're calling that's the portal spot. You can have one in South America, and then go to Ireland. You have the same damn swirl. In fact, we went at the beginning of the show. You did the crop circles, and a lot of the crop circles show that same swirl. Like it's telling you something. It's telling you about the portals. And how else would it even be making them unless it was making them through a portal? Somewhere else, another reality, a different vibration in the same plane. Boom, makes it much faster than we can see.
And guys, remember tomorrow, like I said, I got two guests coming on tomorrow. I got Through the Veil Paranormal and Paranormal Underworld. They're both coming on. So, maybe I'll ask them kind of the question about the connection between heaven and hell, God and the energy and stuff, and see what their opinions of some of the stuff we talk about. And maybe just maybe if if our friend Clown got his internet fixed by tomorrow, she could jump on too. We gotta have a big, huge paranormal panel.
A lot of hurricanes,
So
a lot
if
of
you guys
typhoons.
have questions for tomorrow, get them ready, guys. She's also a medium. She's a medium. So if you got questions about and it deals with mediums, about how she feels, how does she talk, how does she know there's something there, get those questions ready for tomorrow. I'm sure they'll love to answer questions.
Yeah, questions are good.
And all that.
I want to ask a lot of questions about what the spirit. I want to compare it to my notes. I want to see, what did they say? What did they say to you? What's saving for tomorrow? So don't put it aside.
For tomorrow. And like I said, the reason they're doing it tomorrow because on Friday they're going out on a search.
Yeah. I want to find out what they said.
We'll do like Howard the Duck breakdown. If anybody cares about Howard the Duck, we love Howard the Duck, so we're gonna do a breakdown. But beyond that, guys, we are gonna end the show a little bit early. I got some things I got to do real quick, but like I said, I apologize. Clown's internet went out. Nothing we can do about it. There's
storms, man. They're all over, Eric. They're over here too. The storms are everywhere, man, and typhoons knocking shit out. The South America's getting hit. The Caribbean's getting hit. The East is everywhere is getting fucking hit right now.
Yeah. So beyond that, guys, please subscribe and people, tell your friends. Tell if you have a channel yourself, do a shout out for us. Let people know that we're over here. Let's get some more people in, get some more conversations. So spread the word. I really believe we're one of the real, not real true channel, but I'm saying we're one of the channels that we do talk about everything. There's nothing that's off subject. We're not gonna even though our Matrix is probably the most popular stuff, we're not gonna do a Matrix show because we're not about just doing a Matrix show every single day. But
I like the Matrix shows, man. Even the other channels I go on, they're fascinated with the Matrix concept. It's a growing concept. It's getting bigger. And it's really starting to overlap to what we're seeing a lot of for a lot of people. So, it's kind of cool.
Tell your friends, tell everybody to subscribe to us, and then hit that like button. Beyond that, guys, we'll see you guys later. If I get my banner up. See you guys later. Bye.